Hey guys, it's me Jessica, aka Makeup Lover, and I am here with a new video. So I decided that I was going to make a makeup brush video because I do get a lot of questions from people, subscribers, people I do makeup on, friends, family and stuff, where I get my brushes from, or what are some good brushes to get, because you know, brushes are your foundation to makeup. You know, it's the tools that you're using to get flawless makeup like this. It's very important that the ones you get are going to be good quality and are going to give you the best technique. This is just kind of like a beginner video, so it's just going to be brushes that I think every beginner should have for makeup. So if you guys want to know what type of brushes every beginner should have in their kit, then please stay tuned. So before I start, the first thing that you guys want to know about brushes is that there are two different types of hairs that could be in your brushes. It could be synthetic, which are going to be on more affordable brushes, brushes that you could probably get in like Target and Walmart and stuff like that. And then you have like real hair brushes that are made from animals. And any real hair brushes that I do get, I always try to make sure that I get them from non-cruelty or cruelty-free companies, to make sure that anything that they do get, they're not, you know, hurting animals to get. And I do have a couple of real hair brushes in my collection, but not a lot. Most of them are synthetic, so that is what I prefer to use. I think that synthetic brushes, they don't suck up as much of your product. They're easier to clean, and they are just more affordable than real hair brushes. And real hair brushes do they do tend to soak up some of your product, but they do hold the product a lot better, so you know your product's not going to go all over the place. So I do like that about real hair brushes, and I also just like that they tend to be softer, and they just tend to be just better maintained. You know, sometimes with synthetic brushes, when you buy them, they can be like bendy, or I don't know, they're just not super straight sometimes, and that's what I do like about real hair brushes, is that they're not going to get bent over time and that they're going to stay like hair. So yeah, these are all of my makeup brushes, well, majority of my makeup brushes, and I keep them in this little gold box. I got this from TJ Maxx. I thought I still had the sticker on it, but I got this from TJ Maxx. I think it's supposed to be like a pencil holder or something, but I got it from TJ Maxx for, I think it was like $7 or $8. So, and I just like it because you guys know I love gold and I love rose gold. And yeah, so I'm not going to go over all these brushes in here because we'd be here forever, but I am going to go over the main ones that I really like in my collection. First things first, a powder brush. So this is a powder brush that I got from a Sonia kashuk collection, holiday collection from last year. And Sonia kashuk is a great affordable brand that you can get from Target. And these are all synthetic brushes in this line. And so as you guys can see, this is a less dense brush. It's very fluffy, and it's domed, which, you know, the shape of the brush is another thing you want to take in consideration when you're trying to pick, you know, like what to use it for. So yeah, so I really love this brush. I think it's really good. I use it for setting my foundation with some type of powder. I like to put a layer of powder over my foundation just to help it last a little longer. But I really love this brush. I think it gives good coverage for like setting powders, because it gives you like a sheer to medium coverage. If you are trying to do like full coverage powder foundation, you probably wouldn't use this. You would use a regular foundation brush. But for a light to medium coverage, like even on days where I don't want to wear foundation, I'll still put powder foundation on with this brush just because I like the coverage that it gives. And this will usually come in like any type of set that you would get for eyes and face, or just face. Yeah. The next brush that I think everyone should have in their kit is a foundation brush. This is my favorite brand of affordable brushes, and it's Real Technique brushes. Now this is a buffing brush, and as you guys can see, this is a bit more dense and the brushes are a little bit more stiff. Again, these are synthetic bristles in this brush, and this brush actually came in a face kit from Real Techniques. Most of the brushes that I have came in sets. So yeah, this is a buffing brush. I don't use this for foundation just because it's not my favorite. I will be honest, it's not my favorite for foundation. I will show you guys my favorite. It is more pricey, but just to compare and contrast the two, I'll show you. So this is the brush that I use for foundation, and this is the brush that came in the set that you could use for foundation. As you guys can see, like, this one is a bit fluffier than this one. Mind you, this one was just used, so you know. This one's from Zoeva. It's the Silk Finish 102 brush, and I just like this one better because it is a little stiffer. It's not fluffy like this one is, and I don't know, it's just like my favorite brush. I just love it. I just love it. It just really gives me a flawless finish for foundation. So if you guys want something that's really good for foundation, and this one has like a dome top, there are foundation brushes with flat tops. I haven't tried a flat top yet. I really want to. I am in the market for a flat top foundation brush. If you know a good one, link it below. Just saying. But yeah, this one is a great round top foundation brush. It's nice and stiff. The bristles are super soft, but this one is more pricey because Zoeva is a pricier brand. But I really love a good foundation brush. Like, everyone needs it in their kit. Everyone. Another type of foundation brush is this one. I know you guys have all seen like the flat foundation brush that is labeled foundation brush, and this is just like disclaimer. Just because the brush says foundation brush or blush brush or whatever, you do not have to use it for that purpose. You use it for whatever you want, boo boo. You want to use a powder brush as a blush brush, go ahead. You want to use a blush brush as a contour brush, go ahead. There is no rules. This is your face, and you do it how you want to do it. Okay, back to the brush. So yes, this is a foundation brush, or at least it's labeled as a foundation brush. I do not use this as a foundation brush. I actually use this as a cream contour brush, and I just wanted to show you guys because I know this comes in like every kit you'll get, and you're just kind of like, what is this for? Like, no one uses this as a foundation brush anymore. It's more like a paintbrush. Like, if you use this for a foundation, you would just be painting things on your face, and it would not be blended, and you wouldn't like it. So I'm just saying, if you do want to find something to use this brush for, because it does come in every kit, I like to use it to do my cream contour, because this is really good for liquid or cream products. Yeah. Blush brushes. So I have two that I really like, and one's a fluffy brush and one is a non-fluffy. I don't know, it's like small. But okay, so this is the non-fluffy one that I have. This is the E.L.F blush brush, and I like this one because it is pointed. It comes to a point at the end, if you guys can't really see. But it is a little fluffy, not that much. I like it because this one really packs on the blush. If I ever want a day where I want you to like really see my blush, and I just want my blush to be really packed on and on fleek, I'm gonna go for this one because it's not as fluffy, so it's going to give me a more pigmented payoff compared to this one. This one I actually got off of AliExpress. I didn't know this was supposed to be basically like a NARS brush, but it is, I guess, made to look like the NARS brush. But I use this one as a blush brush. This one doesn't give me as much pigmentation or payoff when I use this brush because it is fluffy, if you guys can see. This one is more fluffy. It does kind of come off to a little bit of a tip though, which I also like, but yeah, it's a little bit more fluffy. So when I have a deeper or darker blush, I tend to go for this one so that it doesn't go on and then I'm just like, bam, automatically red cheek because I use red blush. And yeah, so this I definitely use when I have a darker or more pigmented blush that I just want to put on very lightly. And this is just when I want to go ham with my blush. E.L.F is really good for brushes as well. I feel like the quality is good, but the brush itself doesn't last as long. Like this one wiggles, if you can see. But I still love it. This one I think is like, all their black brushes are like $3, and the one with the white handles are like $1. And this I got off of AliExpress for I think $4 or $5. But both are great quality and they don't shed. When your brushes shed, you got to reevaluate your brush game. Okay? So I think that's all the face brushes I really want to go over. And so now we can move on to eye brushes. Okay. I believe these are all the eye brushes that came in the holiday set by the Sonia Kashuk line. This is pretty good. There's probably one more brush that I would have liked it to come with, but this for a brush set I think is pretty good. So this one right here is probably one of the most standard ones that you could have. This is a fluffy shader brush. So if you're probably like wondering, okay, what is a shader brush? Why is it fluffy? So you can have a flat shader brush, which I'll show you. I have a pricey one. So a shader brush is just going to be the brush that you use to pack any color on the actual lid of your eye. And then if it's fluffy, if the shader brush is fluffy, you can also use it in the crease. So it kind of has a dual purpose in the sense of it could be a crease brush, it could be just a brush for the eyelid. Who really knows? It's whatever you want to do. Then you can have ones like this. This is the Zoeva Luxe Smoky Shader, the 234. And as you can see between the two, this one is flat and this one is not flat because it's fluffy. So this one I would only use on the lid of my eye because it's not going to blend anything out in my crease. This would do nothing in my crease compared to this one where, because it's so fluffy, that would blend out a crease very nicely. So I do like fluffy shaders, but sometimes the flat shaders can just make the color on your lid more pigmented than they would regularly be. Basic, right? Did that make sense? I hope it made sense. So the next one that I got in the set was this crease brush, and I love this brush. Like every kit or every set that you buy should have a crease brush in it, and they should all look different. If you buy a kit and it does not have a crease brush in it, that company's wrong. They're wrong because they know you need a crease brush. You need it in your life, okay? This one is very small and it's very dense, and it does come to a point which I really like because you want it to kind of come to a point to help really reach into that crease area better. So the denser the crease brush, the more pigmented it's going to put, you know, color in your crease. This one, I could just put it on right there. You would see a deep line in my crease. So then that's when I would take a fluffy blender brush. Favorite fluffy blender brush right now is actually this one, again by Zoeva. I know Zoeva is pricey, guys, but if you are looking to try a pricey line for brushes, this is it. So it's the Crease 228 brush. I really love this brush. I will blend out my life with this brush because it's just that good. But anytime I really, you know, maybe I went a little overboard putting, you know, something in my crease with this brush, I'll go back in with this one and blend it out even more. This one I think just blends it out a little better because it's more fluffy. This one is less fluffy, so it won't blend out as good. But if you do it with a lighter color, you can still blend it out. It just may take a little bit more time. And it brings me to this brush. This is, I think it's supposed to be like an eyeliner brush, but I don't use it as an eyeliner brush because it's too fluffy to be an eyeliner brush. Weird. But yeah, so I have this brush and I use it for my inner corner highlight because it's very detailed, and I like to spray it with a little bit of water as well. But guys, this is, I think it's called like a detailer brush or anything like that. If you get a detailer brush in your kit, it's really could be meant for like smudging the bottom line of your eyeshadow, or putting in an inner highlight, or just really like doing fine details on your eye. I love this for inner highlight just because it be having my inner corner highlight on fleek. But yeah, so if you really want your inner corner, or even like you really want to smudge out the bottom line of your eye, I cannot talk today, then really get this one, or get any type of detailer small brush. And it doesn't have to look straight like this one. It can be a little bit rounded like how this one is. But as long as it's super teeny and it could fit in the inner corner of your eye, it's probably a small detail brush. The last brush that I'm going to talk about before I go is an eyeliner brush. So the affordable eyeliner brush that I have is from an online company called Crown Royal. And I got this one when I went to the IBS convention in New York. If you guys haven't seen my IBS vlog video, I'll link it down below. But yeah, this one is really awesome. It's not my favorite one to use, but if you guys really want a detailed line, like if you want to do like a double wing, or if you didn't even want to do like a wing, and let's say you want to do like a spiral, or even if you wanted to do like really detailed body paint, this one is really good. And I like how it comes to an angle, because I think that will really help you with the precision and placement of whatever you're putting on your face or your body. So this one's really good for any fine details on the eyeliner, or even if you want like a really thin line. This gets so close to my eyelashes, so it makes my line super thin. You guys probably know this one. It's an angled wing eyeliner brush. This one is the 317 by Zoeva. It's the only one that I have. Again, a little pricey, but yeah, I really like this brush. It's not my favorite winged eyeliner brushes. I've had better. The bristles on this one are a little long. When you're getting an angled wing eyeliner brush, you want the bristles to be shorter, and you want the bristles to be really stiff, so that when you run your finger through it, they should snap like right back. Yeah, I think the bristles on this one, they snap right back, but I still think that they're a little long. I wish it was just a little shorter. And then it would be like perfect. But it's still a really good brush, and I use it all the time because it really makes my wing eyeliner like so snatched, so sharp. But yeah, so I really love this this brush. It's very good quality. I think that the Real Technique ones are by far the best actual like bristle and brush for affordable compared to the Sonia Kashuk ones. I think the Sonia Kashuk ones could be a little softer, and they do tend to shed. So that's just my opinion. I know some of y'all out there ride hard for Sonia Kashuk, and no shade, but I just feel like the Real Technique ones just go a little harder for me, you know, just saying. But you guys already know, for more expensive brands, Zoeva is my #1 choice. I'll also link them below. I'll link all of these below. And like I said, the Sonia Kashuk one was holiday set, but if I can find it on eBay or something, I'll link it for you. But yeah, I still have other brushes I want to talk about. Highlighting brushes, contour brushes, concealer brushes. Thumbs up this video if you guys want to see more brush videos. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.